guys, welcome to Instapot with Poonam. Today's a different type of video. We're gonna jump into desserts. We've been doing main meals and basics, and so we wanted to show you guys a different video and try something new. My husband really likes creme brulee, and so I experimented with that, and so today we're gonna do creme brulee. And there's different variations of creme brulee that you can do with different types of flavors. Today we're gonna do an Indian variation, and so hopefully you're excited to learn about that. So let's go through and run through the ingredients that you need. Remember, at the bottom of the videos, you will see the ingredients as well as the measurements. So we're just gonna roughly go over what you'll need. You'll need 2 cups of heavy cream. You'll need 6 egg yolks. And you don't need a fancy separator. As long as you can get the egg yolk out, you don't really need to buy one. I have some chai masala, which we use in Indian tea, and you can buy that at the Indian store. If you cannot find that, you can always use ground cinnamon, ground cardamom. Those are the main things that are in this, so you can even use that instead of the chai masala if you don't find it. You also need specific ramekins. Do not try putting just regular ceramic bowls in here. They may crack. So I would definitely make sure you get ramekins because they can withstand the heat. And you'll need a whisk. And you'll also need a little bit of sugar in the mix too. So I've already gone in and mixed up everything for you. When you are mixing all of this, there are certain steps that you'll use. You'll first do the egg yolks and sugar and whip up that. And then you're gonna add the cream and the vanilla and the chai masala and just mix it all up. Don't whip the eggs, just kind of stir very slowly just so you can mix it all up real good, because if you whip it, you may mess up with the texture of the creme brulee. So this is already mixed up. And so the next thing that you'll do, some people funnel it and use it from a bottle. I just have a deep ladle that I use, and what you can do is take the mixture and put it in your ramekin, and you'll fill it about 3/4 of the way. I have 4, so I've already pre-filled 2, and so these are the second 2 that will go in. Now, you do not need to stack them all flat in the Instapot. I stacked my 4 bowls in there, and I'll show you how that looks. But as long as it's not slanted, you could pack as many as you want. Some people use espresso cups. You can do that too. So the next thing that you need to do is you have the mixture in there. You'll have to take some foil and wrap the bowl in foil really tight. So that's one. And then the second one you're gonna wrap up. Oops. We don't need that extra piece. You just have to wrap it real good to where it's sealed so the steam can cook the eggs. Now, before you get started with the Instapot, you just have to make sure that you have the steel rack in it. So you can see that there's a steel rack in there. And this one comes with the Instapot. You can use one if you have one at your house. You don't really need to buy another one. So we've plugged it in. I've already put the water, but you need 2 cups of water in the Instapot before you put your ramekins in. And so that's all set up. And now you can start loading up the ramekins into the Instapot. So that's 2. And like I said, they don't need to be perfectly fit. As long as they're flat, then they're good. So that's 4. And then what you're gonna do is go to the settings, and you're gonna go to manual mode. And then you're gonna leave it on 9 minutes. And once the timer goes off, you're gonna let all of the steam naturally release, which will be about 20 minutes afterwards. So do not open it before that. So I wanted to make sure that you do know that you'll have to let the steam naturally release. So we now have the lid. Make sure the steam valve is closed. Mine was open. So you're gonna close that. You're gonna go to manual mode, it's already on. Then once it heats up, you'll see the numbers pop up and they'll start decreasing when the timer's on. And then we'll let all of the steam naturally release. You know that all the steam is out of the Instapot when the valve drops inside the machine. So do not try to open it when that valve, the silver prong is up, because that's unsafe and you don't want to do that. So wait about 20 minutes after your timer goes off to open it up, and we'll be back to show you what it looks like. Okay, everybody, so I've already turned off the Instapot, but what I did was I let the steam naturally release from the Instapot, and you can see that the silver prong will have dropped, so that means that you can actually open it now, so you can see that it's finished. So we're gonna go ahead and open the Instapot, and it's very hot, but what we're now gonna do is take the ramekins out from the Instant Pot and let it cool down to room temperature. So just be very careful, make sure you have an oven mitt on. You can put it on a tray if you want to, or a cooling rack. But we're just gonna take them out of the Instant Pot. And so I made 4. And so when you open them, you'll see that they've set really well. And you can keep the foil for later because we're gonna put them in the fridge. But you can see the chana masala is floated to the top too, so it looks really good and smells real good already too. So they've all set. They're not too liquidy, but you can see there's a little jiggle to them, which is really good. So we're just gonna open them up, and we're gonna let them cool down to room temperature, and then we're almost at the final step, and you'll be able to put them in the fridge to set up. Okay, everybody, so I've let the creme brulee cool down to room temperature, and so you can actually like pick these up and see that they're done. But you can see they're firm, and you can see the chai masala floating at the top. So the next step, I wanted to make sure that we pointed out that you get the right type of brown sugar to brulee. So I brought out the box that I have. This doesn't mean that it's the best box to find, or you have to find this specific company. Just make sure you find this specific brown sugar from the store. And I went ahead and ground it up, or just used a meat tenderizer and made it crushed up. And so what we're gonna do is you're gonna sprinkle this on top of the mixture. And at the restaurants, they use like an actual flame to brulee this. You do not need to go buy another utensil for your kitchen. We're just gonna go ahead and use our toaster oven and put it on broil. And just make sure that the rack is at the top, or the highest it can go, so your ramekins can fit and they get close to the top of the grill, so that you can actually get close to the heat. So now that we've done that, we're gonna put that into the toaster. I've already put it on broil, but we're gonna put it into the toaster. Be careful because it's very hot inside. And then you'll basically take it out. You'll know that it's ready to take out when the brown sugar has turned to a darker color, and then you know it's ready to take out. So maybe give it a few minutes and just keep an eye on it. Don't leave the toaster. Just stay close to it so you know that you're not gonna burn it. And then we'll take it out in just a little bit, and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, everybody, so the creme brulee is pretty much finished to take out of the toaster, but I wanted to let you guys know and kind of come close and see that you can hear the sizzle of that. And then you can also see that the brown sugar has darkened a little bit, and so you know it's ready to pull out. Now, safety tips is do not try to do this with your bare hands. You will burn your hands. Make sure you have your mitt. And then also make sure you have something that is oven safe for the heat, because you don't want it to crack a plate that you have. So I just have like a regular glass tray that can go in the oven, and I'm gonna put those, the ramekins in here and just let it cool down. And then you're gonna put it into the fridge and let it set. And so when you're ready to serve it, or when you're ready to have dinner, you just pull them out of the fridge and serve and enjoy the dessert. So we're just gonna pull them out of here. Make sure you have good grip because you don't want to drop it. So you can see that. Like I said, you don't need to buy a flame, but you can use the broil function in your toaster. And so now you basically want to put it in your fridge to cool down, and then you'll be ready to serve. And there you have it. Creme brulee in the Instapot. Who knew? I hope you guys enjoyed that, and we will make sure that you get the recipe and how much of each thing to put in there at the bottom of the channel. Just make sure you have your safety mitt and make sure you have your oven safe tray. But I hope you do enjoy this dessert, and I hope you enjoy the twist with the chai masala. And please let us know how you liked it. Please subscribe, and we will see you again soon.